Hello and welcome to the temple at Seva Farm in Costa Rica in the Caribbean. My name is Michelle Meadowlove. I am here today guiding a Hatha yoga class. And what I invite you for today's practice is to listen to your body. And what does that mean, listen to our body? We want to connect our breath with our body. We want to feel into any sensations, whether it's an expansion with the breath, contraction with the breath. If when we're moving, we have any pain or discomfort, that pain, discomfort is an indication that we want to back off a little bit. We want to not go so deep into the pose, because ultimately yoga is the journey. It is not the destination. And the more we practice, just naturally, we start to go deeper into every pose. And regardless of where you are on your journey, you're going to get exactly what you need. I invite you to please, please, please at any time take Shavasana, lay on your back with your hands up in corpse pose, and just allow yourself to receive. Take a break. You can also go into child's pose if that is something that feels good for you. I will offer modifications. If there are modifications within your practice that you are already utilizing, please do that. Like I said, you know your body, listen to your body. If you're not sure what to do and you just want to observe, whether you're sitting or standing on your mat, please do that. This truly is a practice. It is not about right or wrong. It is about grounding, getting into the present moment, feeling into our body, working with the many bodies, the mental, emotional, physical, light body, etc. Whether or not you know anything about that doesn't matter, because the most beautiful gift of today's practice is that you showed up. It isn't easy to show up. There are a lot of things we could be doing right now, and yet here you are on your mat. That is a win. That is a success. Literally, if you lay in Shavasana for the entire time while I guide this practice, it is a win. You did yoga, and that is amazing. As someone who's practiced yoga since she was 19, and I've been teaching for I don't even know how many years, I have literally done just that. It is sometimes the most difficult thing to just get here, whatever that means. But then once I'm here, I may go into child's pose or lay on my back or stand if we're standing and watch for a minute. But staying, I often then, the energy shifts. I want to do the practice, and at the end, I'm just so grateful I was here. So wherever you find yourself, it's perfect. You don't need to be anywhere else. It's a beautiful reminder that you are creating this journey. You are the captain of the ship. I am here to guide you, but that doesn't mean that I know what's best for you. A lot of you online, if you're in my class, I may or may not have ever had a conversation with you. So these are suggested asanas. These are suggested things to do with your body. And by all means, get creative, get playful, get childlike curiosity and wonder, and move a little bit and just see what happens. Can't hurt. So with that, we are going to start laying in Shavasana on our backs. So go ahead and come on down into that comfortable position on your back with your head at one end of the mat, your legs at the other end of the mat. Maybe as you come down, you would like to bend your knees first. Bring your knees into your chest for a moment before settling in. Whatever feels best for you is perfect. If you are someone who it's not very comfortable to have your legs long right now and you'd rather have your knees bent, please do that. You can have your knees coming towards one another with your feet towards the outer edge of the mat here. If you're going to have your bent knees, that helps to alleviate a little bit of the tension on the low back. So if you've been having any pain or discomfort in that area, you may want to try the knees bent. You can always go to long legs as you open up. Oh my goodness, hello, let's not sit right there, please. Thank you. I know. So wherever you find yourself, what I want you to do is imagine that you're reaching the crown of your head back behind you, and you have a long spine. So with that, maybe tuck your chin just a hair, creating length in the back of your neck. You want your arms at your sides. Wiggle your shoulder blades a little more under you so your heart, your chest is open. Maybe your hands are down, the palms facing down. This is grounding, receiving energy from Mother Earth, Pachamama. Maybe you're looking to open your hands up, facing towards the sky, Father Sky. Either way, you'll get exactly what you want. If you don't know, just do whatever feels best. You don't need to worry about making a decision that's wrong or right. It's perfect. Sometimes we just feel that hands down is supporting us more. And sometimes it's more relaxing having our hands up. Now if your legs are long, I want you to gently bring them out just a hair and allow your feet, your toes, to reach towards the outer edges of the mat, relaxing. And just notice for a moment how your physical body feels. Notice if you're having any pain, discomfort. Notice what's going on in your thoughts. Check in with yourself emotionally. Without judgment, just become the observer. Bring your awareness to your breath here, the tip of the nose, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling either through that open mouth or back through the nostrils, whatever feels best for you. See if you can slow down the breath, elongating the inhale and having that equal and opposite exhale. Staying connected to the breath here, I want you to take those heels, reach them away from you for just a moment, and then gently release the feet again. Just notice if there's any subtle change, or maybe there's not. It's perfect. Now from here, I invite you to take one hand, place it on your belly, one hand, place it on your heart. If that is uncomfortable, maybe place both hands on your belly, both hands on your heart, or just keep them at your side. We're going to connect our breath with the frequency of gratitude here. Gratitude for showing up. Gratitude for this beautiful jungle energy that we are surrounded with here in Costa Rica. Gratitude for our breath. Gratitude for all who we love in our life. And gratitude for those who may challenge us. And anything else you want to place into this gratitude frequency, please do. Now setting any intentions that you would like, connecting them with the breath. And I'd like you to focus on inhaling the gratitude, and then on the exhale, releasing those intentions out to the universe without expectation, without having to know how, where, why. Fully surrendering to the support below you, Pachamama, the support of Father Sky, and the support of your breath. Inhaling that gratitude. Exhaling those intentions. Few more breaths. Gently release the hands if you haven't already. I want you to reach your arms up over behind you. Just try to reach for that ground behind, maybe palms up or down, maybe a gentle wiggle of the wrists. Just really stretch. And at the same time, maybe point the toes, flex the heels, create a little bit of movement, starting to wake up the body here. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just being intentional, staying present, not going to the laundry list that we need to do that I promise will be there when we're done. And then when you're ready, bend those knees. Take your hands, place them below the kneecaps on the shins. Start to maybe rock side to side. Create a few circles with your knees. Send your breath down your spine, into the hips, the pelvis, the groin area, maybe circulating your knees down to your ankles, whatever feels good here. If you're creating those circles, you might want to go in the opposite direction. Whatever feels good. Again, waking up the hip area, waking up the pelvis and groin, waking up the large muscles in our legs. And then from here, I want you to keep your left knee in towards your chest. Reach your right leg long onto the earth, heel pointed away. If this is too much for your low back, please, once again, bend the knee, place the foot on the earth. Everybody is at a different level of their practice level, meaning there is no destination. It's not a hierarchy. And sometimes we have our knees bent, sometimes we have our legs long. Sometimes this entire pose doesn't work for us and we adapt accordingly. So whether your leg is long, whether your knee is bent, I want you to bring that left leg out towards the outer edge of your body. Flex your foot, reach your heel away from you, and gently bring the knee towards the armpit, creating a little bit of pressure, tension into that pelvic groin left side, where the leg meets the body, and send your breath there. Right now we're creating a little bit of a constriction in that area, and when we release, it's going to feel so good as that fresh oxygenated blood makes its way in there. Now, if it feels good, maybe create a couple ankle circles, noticing which way you're going. And then when you're ready, going the opposite direction. And again, if this doesn't work for you, back off. Maybe just bend your knees and lay here for a moment. Lay in Shavasana, whatever works best. There's no right, there's no wrong. It just is the showing up of the practice. That's why we call yoga the practice. Because we're continuously learning, changing, expanding. And sometimes the pose, the asana, doesn't feel good. Let's take a breath here together. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling completely out. Bring that left knee towards the center. Bring the right knee up to join the left knee. Maybe create a little circles together or apart here. Rock side to side. And then the left leg is going to go down. So maybe we have a bent knee, we place our left foot on the earth. Maybe we reach our left leg long, reaching out of that heel. This focus is on the right side. Bring the right knee towards the right armpit. You want to just bring it a little closer, gentle pressure, not a lot. You should feel a tiny bit of constriction in that inner thigh groin area. If it's too much, back off. Maybe you want to flex the foot, spread the toes. Maybe you're creating circles. Maybe today you're like, Michelle, I'm not doing that. I'm bringing both of my knees in, and I'm just going to create those circles. Cool. Do you. If you're making circles and you haven't yet, please go in the opposite direction. Maybe bringing that knee just a little closer to the armpit. We're at the outer edge of the left body. One more breath here. Gently bringing that knee back to the center. Left knee joins the right knee. Bring both knees out towards those armpits. Create bigger circles than you have. Breathe into that hip, pelvis, groin area. Gratitude for our body and how amazing it is. If you haven't yet, please create circles in the opposite direction. Awesome. Here, place your right foot on the earth. Right knee is bent. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, take a look at what I'm doing. We're going to go into a figure four. The left knee is going to reach away from the body as the outer edge of that left ankle is going to come on to the thigh of the right leg. Just for a moment here, flex the left foot, create gentle, I don't really want to say you're pushing away, but you're just placing that left hand on that inner thigh area, but not on the knee of the left leg. Feel into any sensation you're feeling there on that left inner thigh area that we have just started to open up. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you lift your right foot off the earth, take your left hand in between your legs and your right hand around the outer edge, placing your hands on your shin of your right leg. Maybe your hands are behind that right knee. If it feels good, you could use the left elbow on the inner thigh of the left leg to create a little pressure again, opening up that left thigh, buttocks, inner thigh area. And maybe you're perfect exactly where you are and you're like, no pressure is needed today. Flex the feet. If you want to take it a step further, you don't have to. You can stay right here. You could keep the left hand wherever the support is. You can take the right fingers and interlace them between your toes and give yourself a little bit of space between those toes. A lot of us aren't barefoot. We wear shoes that are constricting. Our toes get smushed. If it doesn't feel right to keep that leg up, you could always put that right foot down while you're doing this and go back to the bent right knee. There's so many options. Wherever you find yourself is perfect. Send your breath into any areas that you're feeling need to have a little love and attention as they gently relax, release, and create more space in your body. And focus on the breath. Just a few more here. Gently release, bring the right foot down. Take the left leg off. Both knees are bent. Both feet are on the earth. Place your hands next to you. Windshield wiper your knees back and forth for a moment, giving that low back a massage. And then we'll switch over to the other side. So once you're done with this windshielding, we're going to take our left foot, place it on the earth. Left knee is bent. We're going to have our right leg with the outer edge of our right ankle on that thigh. I love it. So we want to flex our feet. Maybe you place a gentle little bit of pressure with that right hand on the inner right thigh area, moving that right knee away. Again, you don't have to do that. Let go of any distractions of noises around you. Life is filled with distractions. We can't control those sounds. If you've lifted your left leg, cool. If you're keeping it on the ground, cool. You do you. Again, you may have hands behind the knee on that left hamstring area. You may have them reaching onto the shin. And maybe you're deciding you want to do those toes, get a little space in there. I will say, holy moly, definitely need that space today. If you're not doing the space and you have both hands supporting, maybe you want to do some circles. You can still do that with the left ankle if you want. You don't have to. And also that right elbow can be creating a little bit of pressure on that inner right thigh. Not on the knee, but just getting a little deeper into the stretch. You'd like to still have that long spine. So notice if your chin is reaching back behind you. Tuck that chin a little bit so you get that flat back neck. Also, I'd like you to bring your attention to that tailbone. Reach the spine away from you too. Imagine that that low back is pressed into the earth. And if none of that is working for you, listen to your body. A few more breaths. Nice work. If you haven't, put the left foot down on the earth, release the right leg off, hands are at your side, windshield wiper, the knees back and forth. We've got one more on our back here, and then we're gonna come up to a seat. So what I'd like you to do is bring your knees towards you, take your right knee, cross it over your left. Take your hands and reach them maybe on the outer edges of your shins, your ankles, outer edges of your feet. Gently bring your knees towards you, flex your feet, and breathe. You may be feeling this in the outer edge of your right glute area. Send your breath there. Give yourself permission to release, to let go. And then take the hands off the feet, uncross the knees, bring those knees towards you, creating a few circles if that feels good. Switch up the direction. We're just here for a moment. And then we cross the left leg over the right, bend the feet, reach the heels away. Maybe you're grabbing the outer edges of the feet, the ankles, the shins. Maybe you take your hands, they're behind your hamstring. Maybe this is way too much today and you just bring that right foot down and the left leg is crossed over. Lots of options. We don't know unless we try, and we always back off if we feel pain. And there's a difference between that discomfort and the pain. The discomfort eases with the breath. The pain stays persistent and we start holding our breath. So keep that in mind as we move through this practice. A few more here. Awesome job. Stay connected to that breath. Then when you're ready, release. Bring the knees towards the chest one last time. A few circles, rock side to side. And then we're going to come up to the seat. So maybe you want to rock and roll the spine up to the seat.
Gently tucking the chin, bringing those legs, swinging a little. If you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Michelle, that's fine. You can roll onto your side to come up. Once you're up, you're gonna bring the the bottoms, the soles of the feet to touch. The legs are reaching away from us in this triangular diamond type of shape. Here we also have options. We could place our hands on our ankles. We could place our hands where we take the fingers and we kind of hook the toes. We could take the hands, under the feet. Some people who are very open and practicing, they take their arms all the way under the legs. Less is always more, so don't feel you need to push yourself, but what you want to do here is you want to sit up as tall as you can as you reach your chest. So there's length in the spine. We're not bending forward. We're reaching our chest towards our toes, towards the feet, the inner part of our feet. This is sending our breath down and towards our low back. It is also, again, into that inner thigh area. If it feels good for you, you may want to butterfly those legs a little bit. Sometimes that gets us a little more release and deeper into the pose. You don't have to do that. You may also want to play around with the feet moving a little forward or coming a little closer with those heels. Just for the next few breaths, I'm going to ask you to reach your heart, your chest, shoulder blades down. Make minor little adjustments here. See if you can breathe into any discomfort that is being created. Nice work. The animals are getting into the yoga as well. Got the roosters crowing, the cow is mooing, the doggy by me, the cat over there. The horses are all around us even though you can't see them. It's awesome. Now bring your chin to your chest, round your back, reach the crown of your head towards your feet. Maybe you can bend even a little further. Don't forget to breathe. Nice work. From here, gently roll up, stack up, one vertebra at a time. Keep that chin towards the chest. Stack one vertebra. When you're ready, reach the crown of the head to the sky, neutral spine. Maybe your hands are in front of the knees on the shin. Maybe your forearms are gently resting on those knees, just creating a little more space. Nice. Keep the left leg where it's at. Reach your right leg out towards the outer edge of the right side of your mat. Now bring your leg in a little closer, that left foot. Sit up tall. Flex your right foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach the chest. You should start to feel this in your hamstring. If you're feeling pain behind your knee, please back off. See if you can spread your toes as you reach your heel away. Maybe getting a little closer to the knee with every breath. Hands can be on the earth. Hands can be on the shin. Hands can be on the ankle. Hands can be at the bottom of the feet. Fingers could be hooking the toe, whatever feels best. Find your breath. Close your eyes. Relax. You may be thinking, relax. This is a lot of work. See if you can relax. Remain calm in that chaos of whatever the mind wants to create as the story. You're exactly where you need to be. We're not comparing ourselves to our neighbors. We're in our breath, in our body, in the present moment. Reach those toes back towards the nose. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just go a little closer. Might be like the hair on your head, a tiny little bit. Now tuck the chin, slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Getting that long spine. Keep the foot flexed. Help that left leg Bring the left foot onto the earth. Wrap your right arm around the outer edge, so across the shin. Take the left hand, reach it back behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, try to look over your left shoulder, bringing out your spine. Reach out of your right heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Twist, twist, twist. And gently come back to the center. Take that left leg, reach it long by the right, and just sit for a moment and notice the difference. Now when you're ready, bend that right knee, bring the inner into the inner thigh of the left leg, the bottom of the right foot, getting close. That might not work for you. Maybe it's down by the shin. Again, just because I'm guiding in that way doesn't mean that that's what's going to work today. We find length in our spine, and on the exhale, we reach our chest. Hands start to move down that left leg. We find whatever is comfortable for us. If we feel any pain in the knee, the right knee, we back off. We move our foot down our leg so that we can relax. If you have a block, you may need to put the block underneath this knee for support. That's perfect. And again, day by day it can change. So don't ever assume, if you will, that just because the last time you practiced yoga, today you'll be doing it quote unquote better. You might be more stiff than ever because you didn't sleep well, or you ate a big meal, or you walked 15 miles yesterday, or bike, whatever. So listen to the body. Keep inhaling length and exhaling. Observing. Reaching the toes back towards the nose. Gently bring the chin towards the chest. Slowly roll up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Roll the shoulders down, reach the crown of the head up. Support the right leg. Bring that right foot. And you might not be able to reach it all the way around. That's okay. Maybe you place your hand right here for your twist. Maybe you can get deeper in it. Maybe you're someone who brings the arm closer to the thigh. You know your practice. This may be the first time practicing with me, so my words are guidance, but they're not the end-all be-all. We inhale length, we exhale twist. Keep that right knee towards the chest. We don't want it flailing away. Inhale length, twist it out. Last one, inhale, 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 lengthen, twist, twist, twist. Gently come back to the center. Last seated pose here. Reach your right foot out to join your left. Inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, reach the chest. Now, we might need our knees slightly bent here. We don't need to touch the toes. Our hands can be on our thighs, our shins, our ankles, and maybe you're someone who's way down there folded like a book. Perfect. Find your breath. Sometimes we can go deep in a pose, but then our mind is racing about what we're going to make for dinner, and we have to stop at the store, and I forgot to call whoever. There's no judgment or shame. We just observe with gentleness, kindness for ourselves, and then eventually that kindness radiates out to others. We remain calm in the storm. We're all Zen little yogis. Tuck the chin. Slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Take a moment to pause. Reach the heels away. For some of us, this might not be easy. You want to lengthen the spine. Imagine that your feet are like standing on the earth. And then we're coming to our hands and knees. So tabletop position. We want our knees directly underneath our hips. Your toes could be curled or they're flat. You want to have your knees at hip distance apart. So knee, hip stacked. We want to have our wrist, our shoulders, shoulder width apart, stacked. And you want to do your best to spread your fingers so your pointer finger is reaching to the front top of the mat. Your pinkies are reaching to the outer edge. Your thumbs are reaching towards one another. See if you can find the four corners of your hands here, the palms pressed into the earth. Lengthen the spine, so tuck the chin a little bit, reach the tailbone, the crown of the head in opposite direction. Pull your navel into the spine, but don't keep it where you're, again, affecting your breath. Just try to have an engaged core here. Inhale, drop the belly, go into cow. Tailbone goes up, crown of the head goes up, loose belly. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine, round the back like a cat, bring the chin to the chest, tailbone down. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, crown of the head, tailbone reach in opposite direction. Exhale, round, 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 round. Go on your own here, keeping the hands push to the earth, making any adjustments, staying in cat or cow if you need. Maybe create a little bit of a wiggle in the hips or reach the heels back. Reach the tailbone back. Move a little forward. This is your practice. This is really to start to get that blood flowing. We've been practicing here for a little bit now. We've opened up a lot. We have fresh, oxygenated breath. So use blood. Use your breath and the blood connection to really move this energy along your body. Pushing the knees to the earth and the hands just round the back. Dropping the belly, crown of the head, tailbone. If you change the breath and you're inhaling on cat and exhaling on cow, perfect. Play. Have fun. Again, you can create some circles. Maybe you need to reach your hands out towards the front of the mat. Doing a modified cat-cow, really getting a little deeper. And then I'd like you to come back into that neutral tabletop. Your navel's engaged. And you're going to keep your hips as squared as you can. Lift that left leg back behind you. Imagine you're standing on a wall behind you. Drop that left hip a little bit and flex the foot. Then if you can, take your right hand and reach it towards the front of the mat, palm towards the midline of the body. Lengthen the spine, engage your core. On the inhale, round, bring the elbow towards the knee. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, round it, round it, round it. Bring the knee towards the elbow. Exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. 3 more on your own, going as slow or as quickly as feels right for you. And on that third one, I challenge you to really curl in. Get the knee as close as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, a little closer. 1. Nice job. Release, cat-cow. Any movement, if the child's pose is in your practice right now, that's awesome. Observe. When we come back to that tabletop, once again, make sure we're set up so the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees and the hips are stacked upon one another. This time, the right foot's going to reach back. Maybe the toes stay on the earth and we reach out the heel. Beautiful modification. Maybe we reach that heel up, like we're standing on a wall behind us. But when we do that, we don't want the right hip too high, so we got to bring it down a little bit. Pressing the right hand towards the earth. If it feels good, left arm reaches long. You can stay with that left hand down. You can totally skip the curls. When you're ready on your inhale, curl it in, curl it in, curl it in. Beautiful. Exhale, long, 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 long. Nice. Again, inhale, curl it in, curl it in, curl it in. When you're ready, exhale it out. 3 more on your own. And then again, challenge yourself on that last one. See if you can hold it. Not hold the breath, but hold that curl in for the count of 5. I'll let you count that out. If you need to stop earlier, please do. Once you release, bring your knees as wide as the outer edge of the mat and come into child's pose. Maybe your arms reach all the way to the front of the mat. Maybe that's not working today. We bend those hands, elbows. We bend the elbows. We bring them closer to our shoulders. Maybe we reach our arms back and our palms are up. Send your breath into the back side of the body. Find that gratitude once again. Breathe and receive. Nice work. From here, we'll come back up to that tabletop position. Curl the toes. Come into your first down dog. If that is not part of your practice, there was a time I couldn't do down dog with my frozen shoulders. Stay in your hands and knees. Walk your dog out. Reach the right heel back. Reach the left heel back. Pedal those feet. Bend the knees. Really, again, pushing the 4 corners of your hands into the earth. Stay connected to the breath. Nice work. Our practice today is a little bit more of a slower flow type of Hatha. It's really staying connected into that breath. We don't have to do a whole lot of movements, but if we're intentional, a little bit adds up to a lot. From here, I'd like you to walk, hop, or jump to the front of your mat. Taking your time. Now you're going to be in a forward fold here. I want you to bring your feet a little closer to the outer edge of the mat. If that feels good for you, if you like them right underneath your hips, do it. If you need to bend your knees, even better. Tuck your chin a little bit and create length in your spine. Take your hands, take your arms, cross your elbows. Let the body weight of the head, the arms crossed, get you deeper into the back side of your body in this forward fold. If that doesn't work, release them and just bring them down to the earth. If you've got those arms crossed and you're grabbing opposite elbows, switch it up. So whatever hand is on top, bring that one to the bottom and then cross them the other way, if that makes sense. I think you get what I'm saying. Nice work. Gently release those arms down. Walk your feet closer together, hips distance. Bend the knees, stack the hips, stack the shoulders, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders come up, crown of the head is the last thing. Release those arms at the side of the body. Look down if you haven't. Make sure your feet are parallel. And we'll go into our sun salutation. Do your best. If something does not work for you, please modify. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head. Exhale, flat back, bend forward, forward fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. So we're working our way into the sun salutation. There's no rush. Come back up to that standing. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, dive forward, bend your knees if you need. Let the head hang, slowly roll up one more time, one vertebra at a time. Maybe those hands gently slide up the front of the legs. Shoulders roll back, standing tall. Adding on, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Now here, place your hands on your shins or thighs. Inhale, flat back like a number 7. Look down to the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Place your hands on the mat. Step your left leg back. Place your left knee on the earth. Maybe you need to walk your right foot forward just a little bit so that the right knee, right ankle are aligned. We're in this runner's lunge here. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. You can stay here or you can lift that left leg going into the next level of the lunge. Your choice. And we're going to add a twist. So your left hand stays on the inside of the right. Maybe the right hand comes onto the thigh and you look over to the outer edge of the right body. Maybe you reach your right arm towards the sky. So the shoulder blades are stacked upon one another. Maybe you take it even further and you reach the right arm down towards that low back. Lots of options here. Left knee can be up or down. We're twisting, bringing out that spine one more time. Slowly come back down, framing the foot. Lift up that back knee, step forward into your forward fold. Help it along. Inhale, flat back, number 7. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands on the earth, reach the right foot back. Maybe this is where you stay, you're ready. You can be in this lunge. Maybe the knee needs to be down. Long spine. You don't want to be on the knee, you kind of want to be above the kneecap if possible. You may say that doesn't work for my body. That's okay. When you're ready, we're going to go into that twist. Right hand is going to stay on the inside of the left leg. Left hand might come to the thigh, and that's as much as we twist. We're looking towards the outer edge of our left. Maybe we go into that full twist. Maybe we reach back behind us. You choose. Maybe a twist isn't in your practice today. Maybe that right knee is off the mat. One more breath. Reach the left hand down. Step your left foot back to reach your right in a plank. If this is too much, knees can be down. Otherwise, 2 more breaths here in your full plank. And then everyone's going to bring their knees down, keep their elbows close. Slowly lower it down. Try to keep your core in. Take the feet flat on the earth together. Zip up those legs. Inhale, lift up into a baby cobra. Chest is open, shoulder blades down the back. You're pushing into the earth. Inhale, go a little higher. Exhale, slowly come down. Curl the toes. Either come through that hands and knees or make your way all the way to your down dog. When you get to your down dog, pedal the feet. Walk the legs. And then look up towards the hands. Walk, hop, jump to the front of your mat. Once again in that forward fold. Inhale, halfway, number 7. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, flat back, reach up. Look up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment, check in. Notice how you feel. Feel the connection of the earth below you, 4 corners of your feet. Open the eyes, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, number 7. It's okay, you can stay in your forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands in the earth. Step your left foot back. Take 1 more breath here. Step your right foot back to join your left. Maybe you're in full plank. Maybe you have your knees down. 1 more breath here. Maybe the knees stay up. You lower all the way down. Maybe you bring the knees for support. Lower down. Inhale, feet are on the earth, zipped up legs, come into baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale, come down, curl the toes, Come through either that tabletop, hands and knees, or make your way all the way to down dog. Look up at the hands, walk, hop, jump to the front of the mat. Nice work. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, reach it all the way up, flat back, bend the knees, look up, gaze up, baby little back bend. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the heart. Check in. Notice. We got the right side. Inhale, eyes are open, reach up, look up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Frame the feet, step back with that right foot. Maybe the knee is up, maybe the knee is down, core strong. One more breath. Reach that left foot back to join the right. Full plank or knees down, you choose. Last breath here, make it good, make it count. Then the knees might come down or not. Lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Excuse me. Inhale into cobra. Exhale all the way down here and just rest for a moment. Bring your hands to your sides. Reach your fingers back towards your feet. Palms are up. Maybe you have your forehead on the mat. Maybe you take an ear. You choose. It feels good. You could be on the toes and windshield wiper the heels. And maybe you find stillness. Nice work. Now from here, I want you to take your left arm, bring it to the front of the mat so it's parallel to the front of the mat, providing like a little stand for you. Lift your chest off the mat, bend your right leg and reach back towards your right ankle, your right foot. If you don't get there, that's okay, just reach for it. Breathe. Notice what's opening up. Notice what thoughts are arising. Getting in to that quadricep. One more breath. Gently release it out. Switch. Right arm is going to come across the front of the mat, parallel as best as you can. Both hip bones, the front of the pelvis is reaching into the earth. Bend the left leg. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach back, but you're not quite connecting. That's okay. If you're not connecting and you're not feeling a stretch, I promise you're doing it right. Breathe into the quadricep, the top of the thigh. Nice. One more breath. Gently release it all. Come back down. If you had one ear before, come to the other ear. Otherwise, forehead on the mat. Maybe windshield wiper because that feels good. Okay, feet hips distance apart, legs hips distance apart, flat feet. Bring your forearms back onto the mat. Now the elbows are going to be under the shoulders. The hands are flat on the earth. We're coming into Sphinx. Open the chest. Reach the shoulder blades down. Push that pelvis, those hip bones into the earth. Inhale, open it up a little more. Maybe open up your throat chakra by reaching your throat back higher. Imagining you can look behind you here. Last breath. Slowly bring it down. Bring the elbows out to the outer edge. Stack one hand on top of the other. Place the forehead on those hands and rest. go into a gentle bow pose here. And the only thing that may happen is you're reaching back to your feet, ankles, great. You may be able to do the full expression, great. You may be like, holy moly, Michelle, you're crazy, great. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach back either right or left and try to grab the ankle. Keep the knees as close together as you can, bend the opposite, and see if you can reach back and grab that one as well. Try not to splay those legs to the outer edge. This might be where you stay. You could have the forehead on the earth. I have my chin because I'm trying to talk and teach. That might not feel comfortable. If it feels good and you want to try to go into pose, kick your hands into your feet and try to lift your thighs off the mat. If it creates pain, your knees hurt, back off. This is perfect. Find what works for you. Stay with the breath. You got this. You can do anything for one more breath cycle. Take your time, gently release. Don't flail the legs or the arms. Place your hands on the earth. Push through your hands and knees, cat-cow. If you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, make your way to a child's pose. You can have the knees together for your child's pose. You can have your knees apart here. You can have your your arms reaching to the front of the mat. You can have your arms reaching to the back. Whatever feels best for you is perfect. No right or wrong. Nice work. Notice the breath. Notice the thoughts. Find the gratitude for the amazingness that your body is. Awesome work. So we're going to transition once again back onto our back. So how that's going to look is you're going to come up to your hands and knees, and then you'll sit over into the outer edge of the left or the right, and then you'll swing those legs out in front of you. So you're like this, and you bring your knees, and any way you get there is perfect. Then I want you to come towards the foot end of your mat. Take your hands, place them behind your knees, tuck your chin, and as slow as you can, with a long created spine, one vertebra at a time, stacking onto the earth. Back of the head is the last thing. Tuck the chin so you have length. When you get here, bring the knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe create some circles. Connect with the breath. If you're creating circles, go in the opposite direction. And then from here, we've got 2 more poses before we rest. So we're going to bring our knees as they're bent towards those armpits. Flex our feet, reach our feet up to the sky. Maybe our hands come onto the hamstrings and we're in a modified happy baby. Maybe our hands reach to the outer edges of our feet. The feet are flat, they're flexed, so imagine you're standing on the ceiling, even though we don't have a ceiling here. Maybe you're hooking those toes again in your happy baby. Some people like to create a little movement on their happy baby, kind of swaying their hips. Some people just like to breathe into this. Really, it's your choice. Reach the heels away, try to bring the knees a little closer, but again, we're not creating pain. There may be a little tension because we're creating a little restriction, but we're not here for pain. Yoga is not a pain, gain, suffering practice. Gently release it. Keep the knees bent. Place the feet on the earth. Now, if you have a block by you, you're going to go into an assisted bridge. So the heels are close to the glutes. The hands are next to us, but if we have the block, we need to have one block, obviously in a hand connection. And what we do in the bridge is we lift up our hips, reach our navel to the sky, and then gently place the block under your low back glute area. So imagine right about where the butt crack starts, if you will, is where the edge of your block should be. You want to keep your knees parallel, and they are coming out from the hips. We don't want our knees reaching out like we did earlier, butterflies, and we don't want our knees reaching inward. We want to have that nice elongated shoulder, hip, knee, ankle alignment. Hands are at our sides. Palms can be facing down. We're in that assisted bridge here. If bridge is a regular part of your practice and you want to go into the full expression without your block, by all means, you could do that. I'm going to stay here with this assist because it feels good. Whenever we're in that bridge, we want to make sure our knees are reaching to one another. We're engaging our quadriceps. Our glutes are not so clenched that our butt cheeks and our butthole are closed off. Maybe you're going to go a little deeper into this assisted bridge and not be on the flat part of the block, and instead you lift up your hips a little higher and see if you can get to that skinnier side of the block. If you try it and it doesn't work, go back to the flat side. If you were already on that thin side of the block, awesome. You can also take it another step further, which I am not going to do, but I will talk you to it. And you can take it so that you get the block even higher, so it's more on a vertical, reaching up to the sky long, versus more of the horizontal. And if you're like, Michelle, I have no idea what you're talking about, just stay where you are. Few more breaths. You can also have no block, and you can literally be in your tailbone down, let spine long, knees bent. And again, if you want to go in full expression of the bridge, or you want to go up and down with the breath, you know your body. I am only offering right here, right now in this, but please do what's best for you. When you're ready, lift up the hips, gently bring that block out, one vertebra at a time, comes back down. Once you're here, pause for a moment. Just notice if there's more length in the low back and the spine. And then when you're ready, bring the knees into the chest once again, creating any circles. And I'd like you to finish with a happy baby once again, if that feels good for you, because I decided at the last minute to add that bridge. If you're like, nope, I'm done, you want to be in Shavasana, awesome. If there's any other pose right now that you want to practice before going into Shavasana, maybe you want to do a twist. Maybe you want to revisit something we did on our back. Maybe you want to reach your feet up towards the sky like it's it's not legs up the wall. I can't think of it right now. But you know what you want. And if you don't know, ask your body. What would you like? What feels good? Stay here if it feels good. Maybe release the feet, do a few circles or a twist if that feels right. And then like I said, we're preparing for Shavasana. Shavasana, the most important pose of our practice, what we've been working towards this entire time. So when you're ready, release those legs if you haven't already. Bring them all the way down onto the mat. Unless we're having low back still, then bend the knees. Reach the heels away from us. Gently let those feet splay out. Again, maybe the hands are up, receiving that Father Sky, heavenly energy, as some of us call it. Maybe we're reaching our palms down. Find your stillness, find your breath, and relax. Don't you even. Thank you. I see enough. I know. Coming back to the breath connection once again. Taking an inhale through the nose. Exhaling it out. Another breath. Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhaling it completely out. Gentle wiggle of the fingers and the toes, a stretch. Whatever movement feels right to wake up the body, connect the mind, the body, the spirit, the breath here. And there's no rush, but when you are ready, you'll roll over onto either side of the body, snuggling in for a moment in that fetal position, the rebirth. We just came from the corpse pose, the death, the end. Now we're beginning again. I invite you to send your breath to the back side of your body here, releasing any last residuals of energy that no longer serve you, with gratitude, with love. And then place your hands on the earth for support. Gently come up to your seat, maybe sitting in that cross-legged position. Once you come up here, I'd love for you, if you'd like to join me, to take your left hand, the moon side, the feminine, the right hand, the masculine. Rub those palms together. Create a little friction and some heat. This is your energy, the most valuable asset you have. And then maybe placing the hands in prayer position, maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Find the breath. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If it feels appropriate for you, bowing the chin to the chest, maybe placing the thumbs at the third eye, honoring the divinity within. Thank you so much for practicing yoga today from the jungle of Costa Rica, for allowing all the distractions around us to fade into the background. Life is truly filled with distractions, and it's all about our response. That is our responsibility. Again, my name is Michelle. I look forward to guiding your practice again in the future. Be well. Namaste.